Hey, what's the crack? You're all very welcome to the Ramble Pod, number 47. What's the fucking jizz and crack? Giant's milk. I would like some giant's milk. What? Jesus Christ. No more spoilers, just in case people haven't actually watched it at this stage, but it's tense. It's fucking tense, lads, isn't it? The old Game of Thrones. It's fucking tense. Gigs this week as you will listen to this. This is Tuesday, the 23rd. This is the 23rd of April 2019. I'll be in Coughlin/Collins in Cork tonight. What else is coming up this week? Oh, that's a private one. All right. Yeah, okay. There. No more gigs for you this week for the public. But next week I will be at the UCH Comedy Club in Limerick with Joanne McNally and Jim Elliott. All right, dog. The dog is after making a new friend. That little terrier I was telling you about is next door is coming in. He's a lovely little fella. Oh, that's it for, yeah. That's all you need to worry about, really. Yeah, all the rest are absolutely locked up, so don't worry about them. So tonight I'm in Cork. What? Jesus Christ, dog. I'm only after starting and you're straight into this. We're live over on the Patreon page for Patreons only. So anybody, I know you're probably in work as this is physically going on because we're doing this 11 o'clock Tuesday. But it's there for you if you prefer to have the visuals rather than the actual just the hearies, the lookies rather than just fucking hell. I'm technical, aren't I? Once again, thank you very much to all the Patreons for contributing on a monthly basis. You actually keep this thing going. Make it justifiable, because the times there, like the next couple of weeks are looking fairly hairy, busy work-wise. You know, fucking hell, trying to justify getting. I can't. There may be. I don't want to not have to go and meet guests and all the rest, but it's getting tougher and tougher as shit gets busier as this summer is coming, and you want to be able to turn down work. Do you get me? Do you get where I'm coming with this? Like, so if this thing can actually pay, then great. I mean, at the moment it's covering. It's just about covering the hosting fees, and I've just signed up to another one, so we get more people to listen abroad. But sure, look, it's all good crack. Tea Republic stuff. I got some Tea Republic stuff myself. Some of the other couple of bits are dragging their arse with coming, but feel free to have a look at the old Tea Republic fucking site. It's there in the show notes. So have a gander at it. Some of the stuff is pretty cool. It actually comes out really good quality from Tea Republic. So you can rest assured that it'll be good. How was your weekend? Was it good? Bank holiday weekend. Some people had a 4-day weekend. Can you imagine that? Easter Friday, Good Friday, great fucking Friday. Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. There were a couple of fucking sick old heads not coming back today. Sick heads and just depression. The depression coming back in. But look, it's only a 4-day week, so look, it's not the end of the world. Where was I last? Oh fuck! I was in Lavery's last Wednesday night. Oh, lovely. Lovely. It was a great night. Lavery's, you just can't go wrong. Shout out to a couple of the podcast listeners that came up. Sharon, over from Canada, fair play to her. She came over. It was a great night. It was a couple of kind of fucking. You can't give out to them because they're enjoying their night, but they're locked. Like, there's a gang of women up the front. I think they were all working for the one crowd, and I'm going to go out the limb and say it's got something to do with the beauty world. But they're just drinking full bottles of wine. Ordering 3-4 full bottles of wine at a time to the table, and you're like, and they're just slightly nattering. Like, well, they're nattering. This is the thing, but 70% of the crowd can't hear you, so you can't go to fucking town on them either. You know, that kind of way. Because the rest, it just makes it weird for everybody else. Because they're like, why is that man attacking those 4 women? But I mean, aside from that, that was just only a small bit. Lavery's is always fucking delicious anyway. And then, no idea how this was going to go, but the Goat Comedy Club, which is pretty much brand new, in the Goat Bar in Goatstown, who have goats. They have fucking actual goats. I forgot. I got very excited. I barely went into the gig. There was a bunch of goats out in the field that allow you to pet them. So straight away, I was on the back foot trying to even get into it. So I hosted that one. It was with Pat McDonald and Joe Rooney. It was a great crowd showed up. Great club. Great night. Really, actually, you know what? I mean, Paul was kind of who runs the club. It was like, listen, if you just host the first half, he says, if you want, I can just bring it. I was like, nah, I'm actually really enjoying myself. I'm gonna stick around. So So I did. I stuck around. I really, really enjoyed myself. Now that was a lot more fun than, not that I wasn't expecting it, but I hadn't put any thought into it. You know, that kind of way, and it turned out fucking much more. Those things are always fun when you put no thought into it, or you just aren't expecting, you know, whatever. You just hadn't thought that way, and then all of a sudden, boom, mighty crack, mighty fucking crack. My beloved Munster went out. They went out. Oh Jesus. I think they were beaten by the better team, all right, but and again, I won't get into it too much, but yeah, watching it back, it was like, that fucking cunt of a ref. Now, I'm not saying that was the difference. The difference was the Saracens were very fucking good, but they put a serious pace on the game. But yeah, I won't get into it too much because it looks like it may have a fairly rugby-related buckshot this week, so we won't get into it too much. But I had a powerful weekend. No gigs this weekend. It was our anniversary weekend. We were 2 years married this weekend. And herself had said, I'm going, she goes, do you want me to just do it all without you knowing? I said, absolutely. Because she's good at that kind of stuff. So I hadn't put any thought into it either. I was like, I trust her. She's good with that kind of shit. And holy Jesus. So we set off, dropped off the dog to the mother-in-law's place. We set off heading north. And like she kept the directions close guarded. So I knew the road I was driving north towards Belfast. I'm like, how much further? I'm like, we could end up anywhere knowing this woman, like, but lo and behold, we end up at the over by the docks in Belfast at the Game of Thrones exhibition. Oh my Jesus. Oh, that was fun. I knew when we started driving out there, I went, all right, now I know what's going on. Fair enough, I know what's going on. Jesus, I mean, they are very, very nice in there, and they have methods for getting more money out of you. But the thing is, you do, yeah, go on, because the second you while you're queuing, even to get into the actual exhibition, because the exhibition is great the way that we have it lit, and it's all the costumes essentially and stuff from the show and all the rest of it. I won't ruin it too much, but well, it won't make a difference because when you see it in the flesh, like, their costumes aren't costume, they're real. The shit is real. But even while you're queuing, they have like a green screen and a camera, and they're going, you can sit on the back of a dragon basically on the green screen, or you can just rub a dragon's nose. Of course, we sat on the dragon, but it's like, you know, they're going, would you like to do this? No price list, no nothing. You're going, yeah, I would. Here's your token. Stand and smile for the dragon. I'm not giving out because it was, you know, it wasn't, they weren't trying to shank money out of you, like, or whatever, but it was a bit of a shakedown, but at the same time, you're going, yeah, fuck this. Of course I'm doing this, because you're just buzzing, like, but there was a guy standing at the door, and he was asking, you know, because he just waiting until the next crowd passed through, and we were just queuing up at the door, and he was a big beardy guy, and he was like, you know, did you see the first episode? You all excited? And like, there was a couple of people who had never seen it at all. They were like, nah. Like, what the fuck are you doing paying into this if you've never seen it? Like, I mean, it would still, yeah. I mean, you could still be impressed by the level of stuff that they have done inside there. Like, but you're kind of going, fuck it, I'd nearly lie. You know what I mean? Wouldn't you lie? Like, you go, for fuck's sake, yeah. Nah, never seen it. Nah, couldn't give a fuck. And your man, God bless him, but he was bigging himself up a small bit, like, because he was like, so, you know, a lot of the staff here have actually worked on the show, so, you know, if you see him with a gold name badge instead of just a regular name badge, they'll have actually been on the show. So this one guy just went, were you on the show? And the guy was like, nearly tapping his gold name badge, like, yes, I was. He was like, all right. And I was about to ask, what did you do on it? You know, what was your role on it? You know, but he made sure to tell us, and he was like, yeah, I was one of the Night's Watch, you know. Started off small at the beginning, but, you know, got a bit bigger after that. So featured a fair bit more, you know, and you're kind of going, oh, dude, just play it cooler than this. Like, because there was an element of like, I get you, but you were still like, I've been an extra, you know, and I've been in that situation too. You talk up the fact that you're an extra, you know, a featured extra, which is, I get it. It's Game of fucking Thrones, of course, like, but don't be hanging your hat there forever. It's finished, like, you know what I mean? I'm sure there'll be a couple of spin-offs and all the rest, but like, even I was hoping to get in to see what was outside in the car park. Next to the car park was It was whatchamacallit, it was what the Winterfell, but like the all just fucking built Winterfell. You could see the backs of it, and you could kind of make out some of the towers and stuff like that. But no, um, I don't know why, because it would have been finished filming. We weren't going in there, but it was all right. It was grand. There's some cool shit throughout it. Like there's a bit where you kind of lie down on the ground because it's kind of there's a mirror above you, but it makes you look like you're climbing the wall. You know, it looks fucking the wall. It looks just yeah, like young and old, an idiot like me. I was just running around like a fucking child, just taking photographs of everything like an Asian tourist or something. It was just very very exciting. Um, and even towards the end, like they have of course exit via the gift shop, which is a great idea. Like, but yeah, everything is ludicrously priced. But they had Yuan's jewelry. What's her name? They replicas of Yuan's jewelry. Daenerys' like dragon chains and all the rest of it. And you're thinking, right, costume jewelry. No, it's the real deal. Like this one brooch thing was like 3,500. It was like, right. I would love for somebody. Do you know what I mean? I'd love to see what kind of a person will go through all that and go, brilliant. They have one. Great. Here's take my credit card. 3,500. Do you know what I mean? Somebody must be doing it. Like there must be somebody doing it. Like if they're putting it, I suppose, yeah, fuck it, put it on display. Why not? Why not? It was a great tour. I would advise anybody who's into Game of Thrones. It's well worth seeing. It's and the staff are lovely. Like you know what I mean. You exit via the gift shop. You exit then via another photograph opportunity, which is hilarious because they have a throne, the Iron Throne, and you can get photographs taken on it because they have all the different swords to sit with if you want. And it just comes out with a surround. Now I don't know. I can't remember what it was. Like was it 9 or 10 quid? No, it wasn't even. It wasn't even that. I don't think it was. Was it? I think it was 3 for 20 or something like that. But then right around the corner they have another one where you can take your own photographs, regardless. Now to be fair, yeah, all right, the photographs are a bit sharper or whatever. And you do get to work, swords and there's a surround on it and everything. But you can just go around the corner and there's one right there. So if you are doing it and you don't fancy paying, you're caught up in the whole Ferrari like I was. Just go around the corner. There's one right there. But it's great. It is very, very good. Well, yeah, very, very exciting. We went from there then. Again, I had no idea where we're going to. So we went from there then to where we're staying that night. And we went about 10 miles north of there. What the fuck was the name of the village? Oh, it was like being dropped into 1955 England. It did not look like Ireland at all. It was lovely. It was this Tudor village. What the fuck? Something Castlewarden? No, something Burn. Castlewarden Burn? No, that's too long a word. Maybe it was that long a word. I should have researched this, and I was only just there. We stayed at this stunning place. It was the Inn was the name of it. Because when I suppose, are we staying in the hotel or what? Nah, kinda. It's like, what the fuck are we going staying in? Because last year something similar happened and we stayed in a Hobbit house for the weekend. Again, I'm not complaining. I was just quizzing, and it was good. Like we rock up to this place and it was all very calm and nice and whatnot. There was no hope the rugby was getting put on anyway, but it was grand. It was grand. I could watch it on Twitter and I could watch Munster getting beaten or whatever. But it was we went in and we were clearly the youngest by about 40 years, which I was enjoying because it was just weird and people were looking at us in a weird way, like, what are those young people doing here? But apparently this place, C.S. Lewis honeymoon there, your man who wrote the Chronicles of Narnia. I think that's what he fucking wrote anyway, isn't it? Isn't it? Again, I'm not researching this. This is what I was told. But just fucking, like, stunning, value for money, but fucking stunning place, like, just fucking unbelievable. Like, the food standard. Oh, Christ above. Like, I'm not going to get into it, but I can tell you this much. If that menu was in a restaurant in South Dublin, you'd be paying 3 to 4 times what we paid. It was fucking savage. I think the owner, he was an older guy, like, he was well older, like, he was fucking nearly as old as my grandfather, like, but he was just perplexed. But he was just, I think he was more just amused by the fact that people in their 30s were showing up from so far south. Like, he had never met anybody from this guy. Like, he's only, like, you're only talking 2 hours, but the way they were talking was like, what the fuck are you doing here? It's great to have you, but what the fuck are you doing here? Apparently, like Like the way he was talking and some of the staff that were just seemed like they were looking at aliens. Like, fuck, you came all the way from Dublin. Like, yeah, it's 2 fucking hours away. In fact, it's faster to come here than it is to go to Cork. You're joking me. But it would seem it's not a holiday destination well, I'm telling you here now, do yourself a favour. It's fucking gorgeous. Just for a chill out. For a chill out. Like, you ain't going to have a banger of a night there. But for a chill out, it was fucking perfect. But yeah, the old guy, it's cool to see it. Like, the guy must have been 80. He had to be 80. He had 2 hearing aids. Sharp as fuck dressed. But like, he was still working at 11:30 that night. The next morning I was going out to the car or whatever. And there he was at 8:30. You know what I mean? Putting up signs and stuff like that. You're like, that's why you're still young, you fucker. You're still working your arse off. That's the fucking job. So it continued. Then we went on over to a place called Castle Ward. Why was that? Yes, Castle Ward is definitely the name of the place. It wasn't far away. It's only like, if even 10 or 15 miles. Like, this is all up the northeastern coast, but not that far up. We went on to this place again. I had no idea what was happening. So we drive in through the gates, and this guy just starts. I see signs for the Cadbury's Easter egg hunt, and I'm going, "Are we doing this? I thought kids were only allowed." She goes, "No, we're not doing that." So we drive into the gate, and this bloke in a high vis vest ushers us and all the other cars into the field. Drive over a hill, through a field, and there's like 300 fucking cars in this field. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? So I'm still not asking. There's no point in asking any questions. We're walking off down the field, and we get to the gate. There's like people trying to sell you the National Trust tickets because this big manor house just opened up in front of us. It's a fucking stunning looking thing. But there seems to be all sorts of things going on. Smashing spot, right? But I'm thinking, oh, grand, we're going to see a house, and there seems to be a bit of a fair going on down here. This is great. So we don't know which. There's kind of 2 or 3 gates to pay at. And it's just, fuck, I'm going to have to tell you now what else could we be doing other than going down to eat some sweets and whatnot? Like, what else are we doing? So she turns you on and she says, so I'm not sure which way to head, but we're here to see Winterfell. I nearly pissed my pants. I nearly fucking pissed my pants. She's like, oh yeah, Winterfell. Just as nonchalant as fucking Tesco's. It's just down there to the left. Walk you way off down there, says this woman. Well, I nearly skipped off down the field like a child. Oh, stop the lights. We stopped for jellies and everything because obviously it was Easter weekend. I absolutely fucking pigged out on chocolate and jellies. But it was a very nice affair, this whole setup. Like, you know what I mean? It was like I'd never seen a maypole before. Like, and these people were going around with big fucking wicker fucking helmets on, playing like jamboree fucking. I don't know what was going on. It seemed like a very British affair anyway, but it was great. I enjoyed myself no end. And next we walk around this big house, and you just basically get directed off down to. There was a couple of these just cool courtyards with shops and stuff selling bits and pieces or whatever. Really good guy, who's a musician playing in the corner. But I'm doing all this and I'm kind of going, and lo and behold, I see a sign, Winterfell. And it's cool because you recognize, like, as you're walking down, you're like, oh, they use this as the King's Road. This was shot loads of times with Jamie and fucking, what's her name? Brienne. Loads of times, like, as the King's Road, this stoned path walking down. And then you get down to the castle, which they shot, I think season 1. For some reason, then they decided it'd be cheaper. I'm guessing cheaper, just to move it to a built site in Belfast. I suppose when you are moving a ton of trucks and all the rest of it, and you're having to, you know, spray fake snow everywhere, build fucking timber ramparts and all the rest of it, like, but all of that was filmed in this courtyard. I took some photographs. If you look up on they're probably gone off of Instagram or whatever. But yeah, listen, there's no point in me telling you or even taking photographs, really. You should go have a look. They have it laid out brilliantly. Like, they haven't overdone it. Because you can do like a Game of Thrones tour on a bus, and you can do that and go around the place. But we kind of did our own thing, so we're on anyway into this fucking. Oh, it was fucking class. It was fucking class. Got to pet a duck and everything. I mean, sure. Look, my weekend was made. Pet a duck, pet another big goat. It was fucking class. Up out of there, then we went from Castle Ward, and after that, Like the weather, 22 degrees. Like, Jesus Christ, like, you couldn't have gotten better. Like, just wandering around the place, just getting a suntan. It's fucking unbelievable. We went from there then to Strangford, right? And I'm thinking, oh, okay, this is a nice little quiet village. Hadn't put two and two together at all that we had been on a bit of a theme so far. So we get to this quiet little village. Again, I'm nothing special about the place. Nice little bar, inn, shall we say, with a couple of rooms. And meet this old guy, about 150 years of age. Bent back on him and everything. And he's throwing out fucking compliments, trying to chat up my missus the whole lot. This guy who's checking us in. You're like, fucking legend. So we get shown up to the room by this other bloke. Anyway, fierce, nice fella. He's like, there's your room now. And, just to let you know, during season 1 of Game of Thrones, while the Starks were staying in Winterfell, or working in Winterfell up the road, all the Stark family, the members of the Stark family stayed here. This is actually where Sean Bean stayed. Yeah, this is Ned Stark's room. Nothing at all on the walls to tell you that. But your man just went, and that's when I realized, because herself was like, haha, I told you. I was like, why haven't you made a bigger deal about it? I'm like, just some people aren't into Game of Thrones. I'm like, well, a fucking picture wouldn't do any harm. Very exciting. And like a nice basic hotel room, like, or whatever, but it was just ridiculous. But that's where I thought it was ending. We went down for a drink and all the rest of it, sitting outside in the sun, chatting to the locals. Next thing, it's dinner. Dinner's booked in for 7 o'clock. Herself goes in. I'm going to go in just so can I move it forward for, because it was at 8 and move it to 7. In we go in the fucking door. I'm thinking, sure, this is just dinner. I saw the dining room at the back. I think I saw a bit of it. Let's have nothing special here. All of a sudden we walk in. She's like, oh, Tom, this is your surprise now. So you haven't actually, like, what? So I walk around the corner, this regular looking dining room in the back of a bar, but over up one side was like this kind of a tapestry hanging from the wall, and it was like just candlelit, and the tables were set real medieval, and you got to wear cloaks and have swords and everything, and you got to eat the first meal that they ate in Winterfell on the movie, because they got the menu, or they got the recipe for it. And you get to eat basically fucking charred chicken and fucking, you rip it, like you're just eating it off slate with your hands. Best fucking thing ever. Big jugs of what they called Hodor beer, which is ironic because I don't remember Hodor drinking any fucking beer. But quality. Very exciting. When I had no idea this was happening. So I was like, it's like a fucking 12-year-old running around the place. Oh, the fucking excitement. The excitement. Probably though, like, because we were laughing the whole way through different shit. Because what was weird though about it wasn't a separate room or a separate. It was just one end of a normal dining room. Like, so you're there, you're there with your sword and your bare hands and your big fucking Winterfell cloak on you. Like 10 feet away, there's a family just at a normal table, or an old couple just fucking eating their fucking vegetable soup. Just evening. Well, probably one of the greatest moments was we were sitting there, and there's another couple there. They seem to be enjoying it. But then, somebody as giddy as me, and I have a few pints on me as well at this stage, but there's just, I don't want to be fucking mean, right? But I'm saying this because she was just such a fucking ignorant cunt. This woman comes down with this other one, and they're big old girls, the two of them. And one of them, you're going, you have to be American. There's no fucking Irish person gets that fat. Like, this fucking beast, right? I'm saying all this because you hear it, like, the way she spoke to the fucking staff. Like, this one had landed on, like, it wasn't big money. So I'm guessing she was thinking, fucking dog coughing in the background, great. I'm guessing she was thinking she was going to be treated to some sort of absolute Disney level. But it was great. The tables were set up, everything was set up cool, and the staff were lovely. So you didn't need anything more. But your one is like, we're supposed to get Hodor wine. Is it Hodor, but it is complimentary. It's not actually fucking complimentary, as it turns out. Which you want, yes, we'll get you some of that. Where is, and you want to start just, and this is a fucking woman probably close to 40. It's just going, where the fuck is, and she just, do you know what I mean? And they're trying to put, like, the cape would go around a fucking buffalo. They can barely get it around this a fucking ox, right? The way she's carrying on, like, all right, so this is just, and they were like, oh, have you come from far? And of course they came from fucking Limerick, like, you know what I mean? They, letting the side down. You're like, just being so fucking rude to the staff. And as I'm watching this out of the corner of my eye, I'm like, what the fuck brings these fucking dicks up here? Like, you know what I mean? If that's the best you're going to do, you're going to carry yourself so fucking rudely like that. But she stands up, right? We're talking like this thing I'm saying thing because she behaved like a fucking animal. She stands up and she's trying to refix the cloak. The cloak is massive, right? She's trying to refix it. She realizes that the belts, the two strap belts that go around like they do on, Jon Snow's fucking across his chest, but it won't go around her, right? Which, how the fuck? Like, I had it into the tightest and it was still, you could have fit both my arms inside. Which, whatever way she goes, she stands up and she goes to lean on the wall, but the wall wasn't actually a wall. It was just like a hung, I suppose, roughly spun fucking tapestry to make it look medieval. And as she leaned on it, do you remember? I don't know if you remember. Do you remember Del Boy in fucking Games or Only Fools and Horses? Del Boy wasn't in Game of Thrones, no time. When he's like, play a cool trig, play it cool, and the bar counter goes up and he just falls straight through with no resistance whatsoever. That's exactly what happened. So she stands up. She goes to put her hand against the wall so she can like fucking rearrange her fucking jocks or whatever, which is she was pulling out of her trousers, and she just goes flying straight through the thing, and her two fat little legs just went up in the air. I swear to God, when I didn't lose every ounce of body fluid fucking laughing. Like, I laughed out loud. I rudely laughed out loud, but like, and it was the way the two little legs went up in the air, like the way the Oompa Loompas would roll over. It was the fucking best thing I've ever seen. It was just, and the other one then was so, like, she wasn't quite as big, but she had to like do the to get out of her own seat, like just try and pick her back up again. Then I remember her staff came running to pick her up, and she just kind of springs back up, like, yeah, I'm fine, and sits back down. It's still one of, it's the simple things that get me excited, honestly. But that was one of the best moments of the weekend, actually. Was seeing just a fucking rude person just get their fucking karma come up. And it's like, because we had this for breakfast as well. Came down the next morning and had the fucking, like, one thing about the fucking portion sizes everywhere we went, North Ireland, were fucking huge. Fucking hell. Like, you couldn't finish any of this stuff. But the breakfast the next morning was just a pile of rashers, a big bowl of fucking boiled eggs, a big load of, like, roughly cut bread. But I was kind of going, like, there was a dozen fucking eggs, like, and a big pile of rashers and bread and cheese. There is no fucking way. Like, I'd love to know, are there savages who could send back? I didn't see the other things the next morning for breakfast, those other two beats, but I'd love to know, is there a way, who's sent back a dozen fucking empty eggshells? Like, and all the cheese gone on, and the loaf of bread gone, and the fucking ton of rashers. What kind of a fucking savage? Anyway, stunning. Just fucking stunning. We took our time driving back down, then we came down, stuck to the coast the whole way down, called into fucking, just pulled in at different things that were going on. Drove through kind of Newcastle, kind of down that way. Went into a car boot sale. We'd never go to a car boot sale, but fuck me, it seemed like good crack. And did we have good crack? Bought these shite records. Don't even have a record player. Just powerful fucking crack. Yeah, I'm missing loads. I've loads more to say, but then there's no point. I'm just pointing out these are good places to fucking go. Yeah, it's fucking great crack. Great crack. Rightly made up for the fact that my beloved Munster got knocked out, and of course Leinster fucking stayed. Anyway, enough said about that. Right, like I said, I will be in Coughlan's tonight in Cork. I am doing, I'm actually, wait now, 1 second. They may be or may not be sold out, but Friday I'm in Bingo Loco in Bar 22. I'll be hosting another Bingo Loco somewhere in Naas on Saturday night. So yeah, there you go. And UCH Comedy Club next Tuesday. I'll be back on Friday, hopefully I will actually, because I'm recording later on today. Back on Friday with a buckshot. Once again, thank you very much to the Patreons. If you do hit subscribe to this, if it's your first time listening, hit subscribe. It's out twice weekly. We'll be having the fucking crack. I'm normally shouting and roaring much more than this. I'm normally not in this go to humour. And I have a guest again on Fridays. Also, thank you very much to everybody who a good few people hit me up or give us reviews. That's great. Keep the reviews going. Hit 5 stars. I don't need anything less than 5 stars. If you don't have them, if you only have a 4-star and less review, keep it to yourself. Give it to somebody else. I just want 5 stars. So if you can rate on your podcast app, do rate, because it helps more people see it. Not really about getting up the charts. That makes fuck all difference to me. But it's about actually, if it does go up the charts and more people rate it, more people find it, more people see it. Hence, more people join the Patreons. Follow me on all usual platforms. Tom O'Mahony Comedy will find it on everything, really. Chatty Snaps is Tom Bear O'Mahony. I did get an email, and I must reply back to you. It was a chap just saying that there's so many variations of my name turn up online. That's not my doing. I've tied everything to just Tom O'Mahony or Tom O'Mahony Comedy. That's it. But what happens is, you see, when you have promoters writing your name at least 3 times a week, all different promoters, you put that over a week, at least 3, if not like anything up to 7 or 8 times a week, you could have different promoters writing your name into different things. That's giving you a good chance of your name turning up 300 times online in different fucking places in a year. And I can tell you, the amount of them that get it fucking wrong, and there's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you can fucking do about it. You tell them all to go to the website to take what they need, but they don't. They take weird pictures. They write my name wrong. The amount of stuff that I've gotten, merch from other things where my name is written wrong on it. So to answer your question, dude, there's absolutely nothing I can do other than do what I'm doing and keep writing my name exactly as it is. But all the promoters and all the rest of it just go, I'm just going to write it with E's and no O's and fucking all the rest of it. So no good. That's just the fucking joys of it. You've no choice in the issue. You've no choice in it. But Tom O'Mahony Comedy /gigs will find out what gigs I've got coming up. Also, if you want to contact me with long form, just go through the website page or go straight to buckshoppodcast@gmail.com. Right, going away. Struggle through the rest of the week, and I'll have a podcast for you on Friday. Good luck.